Hi, welcome everyone to this demonstration on abstract classes. In this particular session, we are going to discuss about what are abstract classes, how to create abstract classes in TypeScript. TypeScript allows us to define an abstract class using the keyword abstract. These abstract classes are mainly used for inheritance, where other classes may derive from them. We cannot create the instance of abstract class. Some class has to inherit that particular abstract class and we'll be creating object of that inherited class. So whenever we are creating an abstract class, it typically includes one or more abstract method. The class that extends the abstract class must define all those abstract methods. So in this particular demo, we'll be creating another abstract class, let's say employee, and then we'll create an inheriting class which is manager. In the employee class, we'll create certain abstract method and we'll see how it works in TypeScript. So let's create an abstract class using this abstract keyword. So we'll say abstract class employee. We want that all the employees of the company can have certain properties like name, age, and designation. So we'll mark name, age, and designation over here. Then as stated, each abstract class should have at least one abstract function. So we'll create an abstract function over here using the abstract keyword again. So we'll write abstract get details. This particular function returns the value of type string. So now we have an abstract class of type employee containing name, age, designation, and an abstract method get details. Let's try to create an object out of this abstract class. We'll put down var employee details equal to new employee. So just like what we were doing over there while we were creating object from a class, we are using this new keyword and we are trying to create a variable employee details. Let's hover over this particular value and see what is the error. The error says cannot create an instance of an abstract class. So as stated earlier, we cannot create an object from an abstract class. So let's remove this line. The next thing that we have to do when we have abstract classes is we have to create a new class which inherit or extends this employee class. So we'll create a class called manager which extends the feature of this employee class. So now let's add a new property to it. We'll say team size. Over here we can see that we have a compile time error. Let's hover over this and see what is the error that we have. It says a non-abstract class manager does not implement inherited abstract member get details from the class employee. So as the error says, we haven't implemented this abstract method which belongs to class employee. Since we have extended our abstract class, we must implement that as well. So what we'll do next is we'll create a get details function inside this class manager. And what this function would do is it will console.log the value of the name for this particular manager. So here we are still getting some error because we are trying to return no value out of this function, but over there we have stated that this abstract function should return a string value. So let's go ahead and we'll say return this dot name. So as soon as our type declaration matches what we specified in the abstract function, the things are up and running again. Now we do not have any compile time error. So what we can do next is we can create a variable employee data and we can create an object of type manager. Now let's try to access this employee data object. So now over here you can see we can access the properties like age, designation, get details, name, and team size. So the property name, age, designation are being inherited from the base class which is employee, and we have defined the value for team size as well as get details inside the class manager. So over here we can add some name to this particular employee. I can say random name. Then we can add some team size. We can say employee data dot team size. So we have an abstract method over here. So let's try to call that abstract method. This abstract method will return some string value. So we'll call this function get details. So this particular function returns a string value. We'll save that string value in a variable called return value equal to this employee dot get details. So at the end of this program, what we'll try to do is we'll try to console log the value of this particular variable, return value. Let's run this code. In a short while in the debugger console, we can see the name getting returned from this particular function. So over here we can have multiple classes that can be inherited from this particular abstract class. What I can do next is I can create another class called director, and this particular director again extends from this particular class employee. And now what we'll do is we'll add a new